Hello, and welcome to Aliwal TV. In this episode, I will discuss the bull ray and other marine species that are found in this footage. The bull ray, also referred to as the duckbill eagle ray, which you can already spot approaching the camera, is a type of large stingray that can be most recognized by its duckbill-like snout and light brown backside that often has several pale blue-gray stripes. If you watched episode 2 of Aliwal TV, you might notice that the bull ray has a very similar look to the ocellated eagle ray. With that being noted, you can easily distinguish the difference between the two species by their backsides, as the ocellated eagle ray has a dark green, almost black dorsal surface with white spots. This ray can be found at the end of the video. Bull rays often group up in small groups, bottom feeding on crustaceans and mollusks. Their duckbill snout is an adaptation for them to do so, differing from manta and devil rays which filter feed. These rays can be found in the eastern Atlantic within the subtropical brackish water. That being said, bull rays are a very rare ray species to find in the wild, and were therefore long considered to be a data-deficient species. A data-deficient species is a species that the IUCN declares has insufficient information for a proper assessment of conservation status to be made. However, it was later in 2020 that the IUCN declared bull rays as critically endangered. This is only one stage away from being extinct in the wild, and could very well happen if their population continues to fall. In order to prevent the extinction of this species, it is important to understand the root cause of the problem that needs to be fixed, instead of merely seeing the effect and attempting to counteract it. What I mean by this is that if the populations of bull ray are extremely low, we can't fix the problem by breeding the rays in captivity and releasing them back into the wild. This would be a temporary fix and would not solve the problem as a whole. This begs the question, what is causing the endangerment of bull rays? Well, there are multiple factors that play a role in their endangerment, but the main reason for this problem is overfishing. Although it may not be purposeful, many bull rays get caught as bycatch in fishing gear. Tourism is also a big problem for these rays, as when tourists regularly visit important ray habitats, it disrupts the natural behavior of the rays, causing them stress. This is especially the case when tourists display poor in-water behavior, such as touching, chasing, or swimming directly in front of rays. Unfortunately, this is more common than it should be due to ignorance. Excess boating activity and excessive numbers of divers and snorkelers from tourism can also lead to damage to the habitats. Climate change also, unsurprisingly, is a key factor to bull ray endangerment. Climate change has been the cause of the increase in temperature of our oceans, their acidification, and even the rise in the frequency and severity of storms. The change in these environmental conditions is a problem for predatory marine life such as bull rays, as the change in the environment also causes a change in their prey's geographical distribution, since life cannot exist if it is no longer in a suitable habitat. Now that we understand the causes of bull ray endangerment, what actions can be taken to prevent them from occurring? As I previously mentioned, the bycatching of rays is a big problem for their population. However, this can be greatly reduced. There are many types of modified fishing gear that can prevent fewer rays from getting caught, or if they do get caught, they can escape. Even the small changes to the net design, hook shape, or size can reduce bycatch. Shifts in fishing practices can also reduce this problem, such as reducing longline soak time, avoiding protected species areas, or fishing at different depths. Some simple fisheries use the regular pole and line technique, in which fishermen catch one fish at a time and can more easily release any unwanted catch from their hooks. Many canned and fresh fish are now labeled as pole and line caught, so we as consumers should play our part in supporting the fisheries that practice this by purchasing these goods instead of the canned fish that does not have this label. As far as reducing the tourism issue, the waters that tourists visit should be heavily regulated by only allowing them to swim in waters that aren't major habitats for rays, while also sufficiently briefing them about properly respecting the local marine life they have the chance to encounter. Boating activity, snorkeling, and scuba diving should also be reduced in important bull ray habitats to allow for the least amount of damage to the site as possible. Reducing climate change is a much more tricky problem to solve, as there are so many components that piece together this major issue. But to put it simply, climate change is occurring due to the large amount of greenhouse gases being released into the Earth's atmosphere, slowing the rate of heat loss. This is caused by the burning of fossil fuels for energy, so we therefore must minimize the amount of energy we consume, as well as use more clean and efficient sources of energy. Although it may be challenging, if we can push to take these steps, it is possible that we can save the bull ray species and other countless marine life.